So here's what we're going to do. We're going to introduce the first comic. He's a great friend of mine. He's been coming to Joker's Lounge since its inception at the old location up the street nearly 3 years ago. Or was it 3 months ago? I have no idea. He's a great friend of mine. He's super funny. So please make all the noise you possibly can for Dylan Horvat, everybody. Keep it going! Keep it going!
Sorry it took me so long to get up the stairs. I have really shitty legs and feet. Well, I mean, my left side is pretty fine, but my right leg is really skinny and weak. But anyway, let's talk about politics. Let me tell you about my political views. So I'm left-leaning.
Because of your leg.
Just can't seem to stay centered. But I'm only left-leaning because of my legs, you know? I really need the free healthcare. I have, what's it called? Russell-Silver syndrome. It's a disability that, it's a mild form of dwarfism. It's made my right leg really short, my jaw, and... Like, I'm really insecure about being too small, so sometimes I'll use those tall shoes just to add a couple of inches. And when I put them on my feet, they make me taller too. It's really useful. So yeah, Russell-Silver syndrome. I also have autism. Yeah, there's 2 reasons why I can't stand properly. A lot of people I know have autism too. Shout out. And a lot of people say that when they tell someone they have autism, that person will respond with, "Oh, you don't look autistic." There's lots of jokes about that because obviously autism isn't something you can look like. Anyone who looks like anything can have it. It's full of mental personality symptoms that don't always show. Here's the thing. For 5 to 10 years, I have happily told lots of people I have autism. And not fucking once has anyone ever said to me, "Oh, you don't look autistic." And even if I haven't told them, I make jokes about autism and autistic people all the time. No one's ever said to me, "Oh, you can't make that joke." They just hear me like, "Yeah, he's good to go." Now these things can only lead to one conclusion. I am what autism looks like. If anyone ever tells you that you don't look autistic, that just means you don't look like me. Take that as a huge compliment. So the psychologist always used to say I had a mild autism. So I may be autistic, but I'm also really white. I can only handle mild. Actually, no, they used to say I had mild Asperger syndrome, but apparently you can't say Asperger's anymore. Why? I can. That's my word. I'm taken aback. Don't you say the A word with 2 hard R's. Well, it's all because of, it was named Hans Asperger, I discovered Asperger syndrome. Coincidence, right? No. So what he did, he was a guy, he was an Austrian physician, took a bunch of autistic kids, and he made the distinction between low functioning and high functioning. But he was also a massive Nazi. So he'd make that distinction, and he'd literally send the low-functioning kids to the Nazi euthanasia program, and the high-functioning kids he'd keep and raise to be Nazis or whatever. So yeah, not saying he was a good guy, but he says that I was capable enough to be a Nazi. And being a Nazi looked really hard, guys. A compliment's a compliment. Guy kind of really did me a solid. And I just feel sorry for the rest of the kids, but they got to ride a train. They might have enjoyed that at least. I can say that I'm autistic. So yeah, so Hans Asperger did all those things, but nobody knew he was a Nazi apparently until like last decade. Cancel culture literally got to a disorder name. And since then, there's been no distinction between Asperger's and autism. Can't even say Asperger's anymore. Can you imagine that happened with other things? Like James Parkinson, founder of Parkinson's disease. If it turns out that he was like a racist or sexist, we'd have to call this disease like Shaky Shake's condition or something. Or maybe you'd just lump it in with AIDS, I don't know. But considering he was a man from the 1800s, I know where the smart money lies when it comes to racism and sexism. I'm a gambling man if it's that obvious. Okay, so James Parkinson. But it works. They did change the name. So now I am a person with autism spectrum disorder. Just like every person, way more autistic than me. Which was kind of like my desegregation. It took me a long time to admit that I had the same thing as them, some kind of prideful thing, like, okay, not with me, guys, you know. We walked in together and our mums are friends. But, you know, we're allowed to both be autistic. We can just have, like, different levels of autism. I think that's okay. And it took me a long time to accept that admittedly. Not immediately, it was not immediate. Anyway, so yeah, the psychologist to say I had mild Asperger syndrome. Asperger syndrome was already considered mild autism, so I guess I have mild autism. I'm that white. And so it does affect me still. Like, I often speak before I think, or type an online message before I think. I'll give you an example. So I had a friend who was pregnant. I knew she was pregnant for months, and she kept posting about it. And then she finally posted, you know, she was in the hospital, sleeping baby photos, and she said, oh, my baby arrived at this time of day, blah, blah, blah. I didn't read it. I just commented, congratulations, so happy for you. Before I read the rest of the comments, most of which said, so sorry for your loss. Now, the moral of the story, always read a post in full before you comment. So yeah, I have autism, I'm physically disabled, I'm fully vaccinated. These are just facts, you know. I'll let you draw your own conclusions. Those are just 3 things about me. So yeah, because of the physical disability, I'm very glad there was never a school shooter at my school. For several reasons, but especially because I'm not disabled enough that they would have spared me. Like, I'd just be another asshole kid with a limp to them. But I'm also disabled enough that I would not be able to run very fast away from them. I'm just disabled enough that I would 100% be killed in a school shooting. And that really depresses me. So I like to cheer myself up with some happy facts. Like, did you know the rate of partially disabled kids in America is dropping? Probably because they're all killing themselves and stuff. They don't have an NDIS. Did you know that, so women are 3 times more likely to attempt suicide than men, but men are 3 times more likely to successfully commit suicide than women? That's true. And that's why I believe we still need feminism. I'm here for equality, in which direction it doesn't matter. Yeah, yet another thing that men are better at than women. I don't want to hear a woman say that men can't commit ever again, because boy do we commit. And these beliefs are why I'm left-leaning. Thank you, everyone.
Keep it going for Dylan Horvat, everybody. Keep it going. Love it. Can you imagine sitting around in a medical boardroom and there's a doctor who looks at his peers and his colleagues and he goes, listen guys, I think I've discovered a new disorder. And because I've discovered it, I think we should name it after me. And they go, doctor, what's your last name again? And he goes, come on, you know me, Asperger. They're like, there's no other name you think we might name, like I mean, if you're saying it's a serious, hey, and then he gets like fucking stubborn. It's just like, it's my discovery, Asperger. That's what's going on the medical doc. They're like, fucking, all right, calm down. I'm like, all right, cool. Well, congratulations. Yep. 4 generations later. Bunch of fucking Asperger's people. It's a shame. It's not their fault. It's his fault. How does it make you feel?
So happy. Well, I say Asperger, so that's...
Maybe that was a suggestion in the boardroom. They're like, make it sound French. Asperger. Yes, I suffer from Asperger's. Now it's fancy. It's like I feel pretty fucked up most of the time, but croissants are awesome.